This video is not a real counseling session. This is for study purposes only. Good afternoon, Kelly. I see that you managed to make it in today. Tell me what's been going on.
Nothing, I guess. I came here for help to get over porn, my sexual addiction to porn.
Right. Well, last week when you were in, we were talking about your addiction to porn.
Right.
And you were talking about the amount of time that you spend online looking at the male videos and things like that. So have you had an opportunity to consider some of the things that we've talked about? We talked about going to a Sexaholics Anonymous, even though it's not sex, it's just,
Right.
it's porn, but it's still, according to spirituality in the Bible, it's still a form of adultery. Have you had an opportunity to look into that? And
I looked into a Celebrate Recovery meeting.
okay, well, tell me how you feel about that.
I don't know, I guess it'd be alright.
Do you feel that you would be able to learn anything from that?
I'm not really sure. I mean, I don't really know what Celebrate Recovery is all about, but it sounds like it's pretty good. You know, they have a big meeting in the beginning and then they break up into small groups.
Okay. And as far as your self-help, that would be very beneficial to you.
Right.
And I did give you some homework to do as far as abstaining from, getting online and things as far as being able to, maybe limit your time or find some other avenue to deal with your frustrations, because I know you said that when you get upset and frustrated, that's kind of an outlet to allow you to go
Right.
and do that. So we talked about exercising, we talked about reading more, we talked about
Right.
painting, cleaning your house. So have
Right.
you because one of the big things is changing the way that you view the porn and how you're allowing it to dictate your time in your life.
Okay.
So how have you dealt? Tell me how you've dealt with that. Tell me how you have managed to put anything into practice in since you were in here last week.
I watch more movies than I normally do.
Okay, so what I hear you saying is that you do watch more movies. What type of
Right.
movies are you watching?
All kinds. I really like scary movies.
You really like, okay, scary movies are really good distractors. So whenever you're watching them, do you find yourself, free of wanting to watch porn?
I can't say that. I mean, honestly, it's more like this voice inside my head. You know? This voice that says, do it, just do it. You get away with it.
Okay.
So that's what it's more like. You
So-
know? It's not more or less like distracting. It's just quieting that voice down, I guess.
So it's more or less like a good and evil part of you.
Yeah, I guess you could call it that, yeah.
Okay. So you are watching more, some scary movies. What about any other type of activities, or just are you watching the videos online, or are you watching them a DVD player, or
No, on TV.
you watch them on TV?
Yeah.
Okay, like on the Thriller channel or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so after you watch one of those movies, how does it make you feel?
My adrenaline's pumping, so.
Your adrenaline's pumping? Okay.
Yeah.
So are you watching these late at night or kind of middle of the day?
Well, I work during the day, so it's usually after I come home from work.
Okay. So have you discovered what some of your triggers are that make you want to watch porn?
Boredom.
Boredom.
Yeah.
Okay. Almost like a drug addict. You just go out, or a criminal, you go out and you do
Right.
it just because you're bored.
Right.
So,
And that voice just tells me to do it. Try to see if I can get away with it, you know.
okay. And of course, you live by yourself, so there's not really anybody there to monitor you.
Right, but it's still kind of the thrill of kind of breaking the rule, you know.
Okay.
The law, what I know is good,
Okay.
you know.
So,
I grew up in a Christian home, and you know,
so how does that make you feel that you're you're breaking God's law?
makes me feel real bad. I mean, because I grew up, I went to Bible college, you know, all that, but I don't know.
Okay.
Sometimes the thrill is kind of worth it. Sometimes.
Okay. Is there, other than watching scary movies, is there any other type of thrill?
Other than robbing a bank, no.
Okay.
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Okay. So you have begun to kind of change some of the things that are keeping yourself busy then, so that you're not just mindfully
I think I'd
thinking
like to
about
go to church more, but trying to find a church in my neighborhood that fits me is kind of difficult sometimes.
Okay. Well, no, you said, you were talking about Celebrate Recovery.
Right.
So a lot of times, until you actually go out there and,
Yeah, but they're kind of freaks like me, so, I mean, most churches don't have freaks like me.
well,
You
makes
know.
you,
They don't really have people like me in the church, you know.
well, you don't know that.
I don't know. It just doesn't seem like I would fit into churches very well.
Okay, so I hear you say that you don't feel like you would fit into the churches very well. However, you want to attend church.
Right, but I gotta find the right church.
So, what are some of the characteristics that you're looking for in a church?
I don't know. Not boring.
Not boring?
Not boring.
So more of a brimstone and fire type?
No.
Something with some really cute guys?
That wouldn't hurt, definitely, but it's not what church is all about. I think they'd have to be true to themselves and true to the word,
Okay.
you know, and accepting and
Okay.
friendly.
And you can't find that in Texas?
No.
Any specific religion that you...
No, just more progressive, I think, in
Okay.
their thinking.
So is it more that you are afraid of someone discovering that you have this affliction of being addicted, having an addiction?
Maybe.
Okay. So you have a core belief that if someone finds out that you are addicted to porn, that they're not going to like you?
Oh, especially in church, that's for sure, yeah.
So isn't going to church the one place that you go to seek forgiveness?
I don't know.
Well, you were raised in a...
Don't you have to, like, clean yourself up before you go to church? I mean, that's how I was always taught. You have to clean yourself up, you have to look nice to go to church.
Well, no. They have churches under the bridges in Texas.
No.
Yes, they do.
Well, that's nice, but I don't know about all that.
There's nothing in the Bible that says that you have to wear your best clothes to church on Sunday. So, you're afraid that you're not going to be able to dress the part then?
Well, yeah, most of the churches I've seen here are, like, perfect, and they're, like, Stepford wives. They come out and they're Stepford
Okay.
wives. They all look the same. They all dress the same.
Okay. So, what I hear you say that you're looking for is something that's a little more laid back, church wise.
Yeah.
That it's going to keep your attention, but it doesn't require you to wear a 3-piece suit to church on Sundays.
Right. Well, I'm more progressive in their thought.
So, have you visited any churches?
A couple.
Okay. So, now let me ask you this: is this more about the acceptance at church, or is it more the fear of someone finding out about your addiction?
I think it's both.
Both. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me what you would like to achieve to overcome this fear of someone finding out about your addiction.
I'd like not to have it.
Okay.
I mean, ultimately.
So you tell me what it is you would like to do to overcome this addiction.
I don't know. I'd like to unplug my internet, but it's 2017 and everything's done on the internet, and
Well,
we can't be realistic there. So I don't know.
okay. What about putting a block where you can't go to those websites?
I can maybe do that.
A parental block,
Right.
and then forget the passcode to it.
Well, that's pretty easy. I forget all my passwords.
Okay. So, what we've talked about today is the fact that you did our last session. We talked about finding something to kind of change your behavior just a little bit when you get stressed out, so that you're not going straight to the porn and watching
Right.
it. Which you did. You went and you began watching some movies. You did look into the 12-step group, Celebrate Recovery.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just a matter of taking that big step and actually attending one. Do you think that you could possibly do that this week?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Well, you just go in and sit on the back pew and check it out a little bit.
Right.
Okay. And when you're ready to go to church, the time will be right. You'll find the right one. Okay.
Okay.
So, is there anything else that we need to discuss today, Kelly?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. Well, I'd like to see you back in 2 weeks, and I would like for you to definitely step out there and go to Celebrate Recovery, and I want you to look into your core beliefs
What are
on
those?
your core beliefs on how people perceive you.
What are core beliefs in general, though? What
How you believe how you believe.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Because I have this addiction, I won't be accepted at church. Or because I'm not wearing, 5-inch stiletto heels and $200 dresses, I won't be accepted at church. Okay.
Okay.
So, can you do those things for me? Or for yourself, actually?
Yeah, I probably can.
All right. Well, we'll see you in 2 weeks, Kelly.
Thank you so much.
Have a good evening.
You too.